Hello, and good day to you and yours. I hope this video finds you all doing well. Today is August 10th, 2020, and as some of you know, my boy Jax passed last year on August 10th, 2019. Honestly, there's not a day that goes by where I don't think about that dog, which is understandable considering, we were together for over 11 years. For any of you that knew Jax, you knew he was super sweet. He loved to smile. He was playful. He'd get jealous if I gave another person or another dog way too much attention. He loved his bones too. I used to get him these really ridiculously big bones that were way too big for him. Also, he was a cuddle slut. If you put him in bed with you, he would snuggle with you, and eventually you would end up on the other side of the bed for sure. He also had the best and the silliest mannerisms. For instance, he had this thing where he always wanted to take my shoes, and then he would put them in the couch with him, and then he would sleep with them. I never could quite understand that, but it was his thing, whether I was at home or not. And then something else he would do is he would chase his non-existent tail. His tail was docked before I got him, and so. But anyway, he would, if he got jealous or if he just felt like he wasn't getting enough attention or if he was excited, he would just try his hardest to get that little nub, and he never could, but he tried to get that sucker for sure. But yeah, he was really protective. He was hilarious, and he was loving. He really was. He provided me with a lot that I miss to this day. He was always there. When I was pissed, or if I was sad, or if I was busy, he would sit there and maybe turn around and play with them eventually. If I was happy, he was there, or if I was cooking, he was there, and I'd have to tell him to get out of the kitchen. So what I wanted to do was to put together a little video to commemorate him and all the memories that we have of him. So I'm going to show you guys some of the good times. I'm going to show you some of the times when he was bad, like when he would chew things up. Before the end, I'm going to pause it for a moment and kind of explain it before you see the end. And then also at the very, very end, kind of after everything, I'll probably put some extras, like some Snapchat videos that were just a little bit too long. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
La la, la la, la la, la la, la la, la. Hey there, my little dog, would you like to go outside and play with me? Twiddle-dee-dee. You're sitting there looking at me, looking like you're needing some attention. Come sit by me. Have I told you lately that you're my best friend? And I'll be right here beside you till the end. La la, la la, la la, la la, la la. I'll give you a warm place to stay and a hug and kiss you every day. Oh yeah, you're my little pal. Have I told you lately that you're my best friend? And I'll be right here beside you till the end. La la, la la, la la, la la, la la. When I see you, my problems seem to slip away. You never fail to warm my nights and brighten my days. Have I told you lately that you're my best friend? I'll be right here beside you till the end. La la, la la, la 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 la.
Come here. Can you clean that up? Oh, what? Now you want to play? Huh?
Well, my heart is calling, but you're not home.
Man,
Well, my mom's calling. I don't wanna go home.
Jax. Guess what day it is? Jax.
It makes my home so sad.
body of Christ. Amen. May God be with you.
Oh my gosh, this thing is big.
I'm with you, girl.
Bigger it is
That
than
make
your
me
own.
oh so glad. When you're feeling down, I know your heart is aching. I've been on your doorstep since yesterday morning. I ain't leaving.
Jack, you mean ass. Kill. Kill. Get back. You get back. Come here, Jax.
We'll sing such a sweet song.
Kitty Jax.
The way we were.
Get it, Jack. Get it.
You and me, such a sweet song. Only the birds of the air and the people of the soul. If there is any heart on you, feel me, don't you?
So happy.
Baby, baby, hey.
We can't come in, Bayla. Too big and crazy now.
On my knees,
Say hey to
and I
him,
pray for you, sweet thing. Baby, baby, baby,
Boy. Poor silly boy. Okay, we're almost there, actually. A few more.
He can't even get his head past the door. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Come here, Jax. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Go ahead. Come on. Let's go. I know you haven't done this in a while. Good boy. That's my good boy.
No.
He just had his whole like head in that thing. It's like on his forehead. You're savage. You not even proud of yourself, are you? It's all over your face. There you go. Take it, man. I can't with you right now.
Oh, look at that. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Jack, you better drop it. Good boy. Oh, go get it. Go get it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack's mom. Happy birthday to you. Buddy's out for you. Right here. You can have it, buddy. It's all yours. Okay. With this idea at all.
All right, so I wanted to pause for a moment to explain what you're about to see and why. I feel like it's important to show the process of what it means to have an animal in your life for a couple of reasons. One, I feel like a lot of people these days tend to post mainly just the good parts of their lives on social media as if they have perfect lives, and they don't. No one's life is perfect, and unfortunately, a lot of people in our society tend to compare themselves to what they see as a perfect life. Not only that, but the other reason is because when you have an animal as a part of your life, then you need to realize that, yes, you will get the good times. You will have the cute phases. You'll watch them grow. You'll get attached. You'll have learning experiences. You can teach discipline to your kids. But animals are a major, major responsibility. You have to put them at the center of your life. And if you're not capable or willing to do that, then maybe animals just aren't for you. So I'm not trying to deter anybody from getting an animal. Animals are great. They are. The thing is, though, is that, yeah, you'll get the good times and those great experiences and create a lot of loving memories. But a lot of people leave out that, one day, more than likely, you're going to have to make a decision. And for a lot of you, that decision is going to be really tough. And for anybody that's had an animal, you probably know what I mean. Because, you sit there and you mull this decision over and over in your head. And you question yourself. You do. And you doubt yourself. And you wonder if you're making the right decision. And you wonder if you doubt because you wonder if you gave them a good life. And you wonder, if you made the right decisions all the way up until the end to give them a good quality of life, or if you selfishly kept them longer than you should have. And the answer is you always hope so. You hope you did the right thing. And when you start thinking about all this stuff, you start thinking about them, in the early days, and you think about them growing up with you, and then watching you grow and adapt to life. And then you start to watch them slow down.
Give me that.
And I hated that part. I know it's a part of it, but, it never gets easier.
Love you, buddy.
I bought a loft the day before we had to put Jax down, actually, this loft. And my mind was so all over the place that while I was at closing with the lawyers and everyone else, I literally introduced myself to my financial loan officer twice. So after closing, I went and picked him up and I brought him over here.
What do you think?
Just to let him scope it out and see where I'd be living. It might,
It's Daddy's new loft.
it might seem silly, but I made him a couple promises that day. And one was that I wasn't going to live a side life. And two, that I was going to figure out, something meaningful to do to help people. I'm still working on that part. But it's these last conversations that you have with them and these last moments that hit the hardest. And somehow people always seem to forget to mention that part. So basically what happened was then we get in my Jeep. We head to my hometown of Augusta. I had one more night with him and some last night snuggles. And then we go to the vet the next day, and on the way to the vet, right out the driveway, I welled up so hard I could barely see the road. And my mom, asked me if she wanted me to have her drive instead. And I just felt like I should be the one to do it. And so we get to the vet, and the vet took forever. He took like 30 to 40 minutes to come out to the car. And I distinctly remember pinpointing this moment as being one moment where I didn't mind waiting. So then we put him down, and then I go and bury him, in my backyard in Augusta. And that walk to his grave was one of the hardest I've ever done. And then, so the next day, I head back to Atlanta, and it sucks because it hits you again, as if you didn't just bury him, but the day before. But you're riding there, and then you look back in your car, and none of his stuff is with you. And it's because he's not with you. And then you get home, and you look around, and you just realize your whole routine changes. Life is it's just different. So anyway, I just want to show you guys what it's like to have an animal in your life from start to finish. Not just the good parts, not just the fun parts, but everything, because it just seems like people leave that part out. So if you don't want to watch this next part, I totally get it. Go ahead and turn the video off. No hard feelings. I hope you enjoyed it up to this point. But if you want to see what it's like, then this is Jax's last hour.
My heart turns violently inside of my chest. I don't have time to maintain these regrets as I think about the way he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. And oh, how he loves us. Like a hurricane, I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercies.
Hey Google, play goat noises.
Here's a goat sound. No other one.
Well, here goes Jax's first encounter with a deer. Hey there, Mr. Deer. Let's see if it runs off or attacks us. This is Jax's first encounter at 11 years old.